G'day and welcome to the MacPack.
We're back.
My name's Jake McKenna, and to my left this week in order, the man on the panel least likely to break his water bottle. It's my little brother Joe. How are you, boy?
Yes, we've got that stainless steel, boy. It's not getting broken, not on my watch.
And to my right, coming in at 6'1", as he does each and every week, it's the baby brother of the pack, who we call Junior Boy. Junior Boy, how are you, mate?
You know, BPA was in the discussion recently, boys. Do you know what bottle's never broken on me? A Mount Franklin. I'm just going to put it out there.
There you go.
Indestructible.
Maybe it's the BPA. It's filling it up with a bit of extra strength, a bit of extra flexibility.
That's it.
We're chatting about drink bottles again off the top after there was a little bit of a misfortunate story that took place over the weekend.
Wow, wow, wow.
We're also going to do a bit of a debrief on the latest TikTok update and Taylor Swift. What a sentence that was.
Let's go.
We're playing the impressions game. That's right, it's back. We've got a review of the new Perth location, Spring. We've got Joey's Hero, and then we're going to chat about the Super Bowl for next week. It's a massive event. Let's get into it. Boys,
Brother Mingo.
How are we all? Are we all well?
Fan freaking tastic.
It's Bastic, the fan freaking tastic is back.
Yeah, it's back.
Hello.
How are you doing, Jake,
I'm
on this
good.
lovely evening?
I'm very good, thank
and
you.
Riley, what about
Got
you?
a nice cup of Riley, not a cup of Joe. It's a cup of Riley.
Ooh, what's in that MacPack mug of yours?
Urine. It's a wee test. No, it's beer, obviously.
As it says on the back, all night, if you're hiding your beer in here.
Yes.
Marketing a genius. How's the week been, lads? You obviously didn't break your water bottle. You did. Run us through it.
Boys, at the gym the other day, doing some preacher curls like an absolute hero I am. And, you know,
Run us through what a preacher curl looks like. Is that when you're like on your knees, just doing a bit of these ones, up and backs?
yeah, pretty well. Your arms are suspended via cushioning, so your armpits are like stuck. So your biceps isolated when you're doing the curling. So you're not using, so if you were standing up, you'd be using momentum from your body.
Yeah.
You literally are. Anyway, so I was cranking some preacher curls, getting these absolute guns ready for winter. And the bar that I was using was a 15 kilo bar, I like to think. And
You like to think.
and then I walked over there with my good friend Cheesy. You know, we played it up 10 kilo either side, so that equals 35 kilos. Started cranking the curls, and I was like, boy, oh boy, wow, wait. This is heavier than usual. And I forgot to add the gym goers would know we have add clamps to the end of our weights on the bars,
Yep.
so they don't slide off.
Yes, of course. All gym knowers know this.
But every now and then, you forget. And this was one of those times, boys. I was cranking them out, chatting to the boys while doing the sets, and then I was just like, damn, my left side's getting way heavier. And then I look and the plate's sliding off, boys. Boom! Popped my big 1 kilo BPA free water bottle that I invested in after our BPA chat only a few weeks
Is it not made of plastic though? I've seen the one you're talking about. It's like the invisible one with the invisible handle. Like it just looks like a massive Mount Franklin water bottle.
Yeah, we'll
but
put
every gym goer seems to carry them around.
We'll put up
No,
a
so-
post on Friday of what the bottle looks like.
Some plastic doesn't have BPA in it.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah,
And what about the Mount Franklins?
they do.
Probably, yeah.
But they're flexible.
But unconfirmed?
yeah,
So
no,
I could be
unconfirmed,
chilling.
You never know.
Who knows?
But the thing with the Mount Franklins is if you pop that, it's all right because it's only $2 and you get water. But this is empty and it costs a ripping $14.99
Oh, wow,
down at your local Rebel store.
$15.
Spewing.
It's a bit of how much did I pay?
So it's destroyed, and it's making me think: do I even want to keep investing in these products? Because
I wouldn't. Nah.
I need 8 of those, 8 Mount Franklin bottles to equal 1
Yeah,
Rebel
man.
Sport bottle.
I haven't felt any BPA. BPA is like a superpower. It's become my what's that thing? And like my kryptonite. No, the opposite of my. I'm building my tolerance to BPA.
Yeah. I don't know if that is a thing.
Well, we'll never know.
Oh God, this could end badly. You know, we all are in our deathbeds when we're 60.
Well, we won't be.
Except Joey.
Oh, are we? Yeah.
Joey will be out.
I'll be
there.
long gone.
Well, absolutely living is up. How was the weekend, lads? Nice little warm one for you.
Yeah, sticking to the waters the whole weekend. The boys linked up on Friday night for a bit of a sober, half drunk. Only some of the boys were drinking, but a game of Cards Against Humanities, boys.
That was the plan, or did that just eventuate?
Well, the pack was brought. We haven't
Who
played
brought it?
Kobe because we're playing King's Cup, but obviously it's not that fun when there's only 3 of you drinking. So the rest of the boys wanted to get involved, so we whipped out the Cards Against Humanity.
And is that a common thing that you guys play? Because that was really big
Never
when
played.
I was in like year 11,
No,
year 12.
Never played it with the boys before. I think I played it in drama once or twice when I was in year 8, and I remember it being
Jeez.
absolutely hysteric. Can someone give me a rundown on what Cards Against Humanity is?
Cards Against Humanity is just basically like different. You get given a pack of cards, and then there'll be a deck.
Yep.
And you flip one, and it'll be half a sentence, and then the other half of the sentence is basically made up of what's in your deck. And if you're playing with 5 people, everyone puts a card down, and the funniest card wins the points.
You get
of
the black
deck.
card, yeah.
There you go, and that's how you win the round.
Yeah.
I've played a handful of times. Feel like you're quite limited to the cards. Like, without being too wanky, I find like most sentences I can find a funny thing to say at the end to make them humorous. And then in the game, everyone's sort of a bit like your kryptonite. Everyone's given the same superpower that you have. I don't have many, but making people giggle in a social setting is something that I pride myself on. And when everyone is given the tool belt to do exactly that, you do feel like, because everyone's like, oh man, you'll be really good at this. And I'm like, I didn't write the fucking cards. I just get to put the card out.
So that was my defense mechanism when we started playing, because none of mine were funny. It sucked. For example, a prompt could be, what never fails to liven up the party? And all of us boys get one. And
Getting your ball bag out.
yeah, or you put my ex-wife being on fire, puppies. Like, none of them are funny.
Yeah.
The ball bag stuff's way better.
Exactly. So we decided, why don't we get a bunch of post-it notes and write our own write our own answers to the prompts and throw them in.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, so you were writing them as they came up.
Yeah. So
That's cool. No, I write that.
we'd pull up a prompt and it'd be like, blank. What is it good for?
Yeah.
And you'd write like, Cheesy's mum. He's fit. I don't know.
Were they all just...
Pretty much. They all came under a very similar
they
genre.
all
We got to the point at the end of the game, we were like,
Veto it.
we've all got the same. I've heard this joke 12 times.
Yeah.
I think
Let's
it would
end
be.
it.
I think it would be worthwhile because obviously there's a lot of time that goes into writing them. I think it would be better off to do it in a pure verbal way, like you put it down and then you go around the circle and you just got to say the funniest thing,
but
and then say the funniest thing.
Yeah, but then it's also like you want to have something down before.
So the reason we wrote it is because you give them back to the dealer who
He
pulled the card,
decides.
and he reads them all anonymously and then votes who's the
Oh,
funny.
yeah.
But I think that it's all in the delivery as well.
Oh, 100%. Some of the boys cannot read, and it was destroying jokes.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I think a good way to do it. We might have to do a version
We could do it on the
in an
pod.
upcoming.
We could do
Yeah, I think we should do an upcoming version.
You
Yeah.
could do
I
it
don't know
next
what
segment.
But
Yeah.
worst case scenario, what you were talking about at the start, Jake, you lose your power to be funny when everyone is being funny or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we counted up the cards at the end, and
Here we go.
so there was like 8 of us playing. Everyone had won a few rounds except for yours truly. I didn't win a single one. I fell winless of giggles.
That's
Do you
pretty-
remember any of yours? We'll tell you if they're good.
Oh no, I thought some of them were rip it. Like you write it and you're like, oh, that one's gotta win.
Yeah.
That's
See,
a
that's what I
classic.
often think about
And then
this.
boom.
About this setup, what we do here is that obviously I think you get a lot of the props for being the funniest one when we're in here, but I don't think that would translate when we leave.
Ow.
I don't think that he's the funniest brother, but at all.
No, he's...
He tells some hilarious stories,
Yeah.
but I think you would almost take the cake for some of the quick fire shit. I think for some of the quick fire shit you would have it. And
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
there's a lot of circles
Here we
where
go.
people would effortlessly
3,
say
2, 1.
that I would take that cake. Do you not think that mantle sort of gets shared around?
Yeah, it does, yeah.
It depends on the circle I'm in. I feel like I'm funny with my uni mates.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you're the fucking outlandish weird one.
It's easier to play with them.
They're all a little bit more sophisticated.
But I'm the
than
sophisticated one in the boys. So like,
Yeah, you're
I'm
like
I'm
the
dad.
straight guy.
What'd you call me?
I mean, the straight man.
Alright, boys, very exciting times indeed. Obviously, the Grammys were on at the time of recording, like earlier today.
Correct.
So by the time this comes out, probably a lot of the dust has settled. Went very well. Trevor Noah, fantastic host. He could host my funeral and it'll be fucking entertaining.
He's good at what he does.
So if that BPA does take me earlier than later, see if you can get on the phone to Big Trev and see what he can do.
Say less.
Take the sermon. You could do a few of those praising
Praise your girls.
girls, and we could get
Trevor.
Trevor Noah up there praising a few girls, like he did with Taylor Swift at the Grammys today.
Ooh.
That was subtle. That was real class.
Right.
Radiocraft.
Yes, she won album of the year.
She won Album of the Year. She is now the only artist in the world to have won it 4 times.
Surpassing Stevie Wonder, Frank
Correct.
Sinatra,
And one other.
and another person
And one other that I
And
can't
another
that no one
another
knows.
legend.
remember. Aretha Franklin or
Did you
someone.
see? Did you see the Beatles won a Grammy?
Yeah, today?
Yeah,
What
For
today.
that
for?
song.
No, for a music video for a song that came out in 1966.
Why?
Which I think there should be a bit of a statute of limitations on when you can make a music video for a song.
Did they make?
Oh, they made a music video this year for a song from back then.
Yeah, not them personally. Paul wasn't. He didn't have Premiere Pro, and he wasn't cutting it up.
And also, haven't some of them died?
Half of them, yes.
Two of them.
Did, I imagine they didn't feature then, in the,
Well, they're on the song.
but not in the video.
I haven't seen the video. I just
Bit awkward. Just dig up that casket, brother Mingo. We're
Yeah,
just
'cause
gonna have a quick geeze.
I
in
sent
there.
it to when I was reading the nominations for the Grammys. I
With a
sent
mic in his hand.
I sent it. Yeah,
Weekend at Bernie's.
yeah, weekend at John Lennon's. Yeah, when it got nominated, I was like, oh sweet, the Beatles. Those guys, they need another win, and they did. They got the win. Good on them.
I'm intrigued to see it. What other music video? Mind you, like I miss the days of Rage, and you'd get up early on a Saturday morning. Dad'd have it cranking on our
Yeah,
little
Rage
stereo
is
system,
So
and we'd just be watching video clips from like 6 a.m. through to 10 a.m. on a Saturday morning.
yeah, we used to. Yeah,
They used to be huge.
these videos rock. Now they're just. I mean, who cares?
Well, I don't think they're putting enough. They're not getting publicity anywhere. near
Yeah,
as much
even
as they
you
used
watch.
to.
Sometimes I'll watch one like if a new song's come out. I'll watch it, and these videos like got so much effort. I'm like, guys, don't bother.
No, I rate it.
No one's watching.
The more effort, the better.
But then they do all have like a new Drake music video would have like 150 million views.
I think we need
It's
to
like
go
no
back
one's
to
watching, but everyone's still.
like a little bit of Rob Thomas. We just need
Watching.
some Meet the Robinsons
Yeah.
style stuff.
Yeah, some animation.
Yeah, and it just, I don't know. Anyway, beautiful stuff. Absolutely love it. With the news of Taylor Swift becoming the most arguably successful, if that's how we're ranking people, most successful female artist of all time, with
Yes.
her 4 wins at the Grammys for Album of the Year. She's obviously coming to Australia, I think in like a week or two. I can't say that I'm going. She's not coming to Perth. She's going to Adelaide, Melbourne, Sydney, I think.
Spewing. Would
Potentially.
you have wanted to go?
And
Wait.
Brisbane by the looks of things.
No, I think she's coming like.
She's not coming to Perth.
I think she's coming later in the year.
No.
Okay.
Huge if true.
You might be right.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be the first time that we've been factually incorrect on the pod, and it probably won't be the last time we're factually incorrect tonight. But thanks for cooling us up, Joe. The question has popped up on my socials today
Yeah.
while you search for that, is the fact that a high school in Brisbane is actually currently considering changing the dates of their Year 12 exams to allow for their students to attend Taylor Swift sold-out shows in Sydney and Melbourne. So she mustn't be coming to Brisbane. So she's going to Sydney and Melbourne, and so they're
Yep.
flying over,
And
right?
she's playing in Melbourne end of February.
So when I said a couple of weeks,
But why are they
how
having
many is a
exam-
couple?
Why are they having exams in Feb?
I don't know. I don't do the curriculum. I just bring the facts.
All right.
So later in Feb, she's
Yeah.
coming over. She's going to Sydney. She's going to Melbourne. And there's a Brisbane school who basically want to know if they should be changing the dates of their high school exams so that these young boys and girls can attend said concerts interstate. What do we think?
I think I'm all for it. If you know that, if you're doing an exam, you live in Melbourne.
Yep.
You know tons of these kids are going to be going to the concert that week. Just do them the next week. You don't want kids to be worried about their exam.
That's fair.
When they're at, I mean, it's very rare that like these like massive artists come to Australia. Just do the test a week later, and also because there might be she's doing a couple dates.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going on the Tuesday,
Oh, so you
but
think-
other people are going on the Thursday.
I don't think she's doing more than one gig in Sydney, is she?
Uh,
Again, facts without knowledge.
Speaking from failing an exam.
Yeah,
for
she's doing 3 in Sydney.
Speaking from failing an exam from going to a large sporting event.
This was Michael, yeah.
Bloody oath.
I was going to bring this up, but the thing is, where do you set the... So just for context, in 2019, we went to watch Collingwood in the preliminary final against the GWS Giants, eerily similar to the fixture that panned out last year. And Riley was in year 11,
Yeah, I had my PE studies exam. Was probably the only one I was going to pass.
and we made the decision to buy tickets and fly over to Melbourne and go watch the Pies lose in the rain. And Riley...
I told my teacher, I said, "Sir, I'm going to... The Mighty Pies are in the prelims, so I'm heading over." And he was like, "Brother, your exam's like the same day." And I was like, sucks to suck. And he was like, well, now that you've told me that you're going to watch the footy, I'm going to have to fail you. But if your nan died, you might have got out of it.
So it does prove that honesty isn't always the best policy as well. But my thoughts regarding this are you have to be able to draw the line somewhere. If let's say there was a bunch of girls going to the Taylor Swift concert in Brisbane, from Brisbane in Sydney, and we're changing the dates, and September swings around, and the Brisbane Lions are in the AFL Grand Final in the same week as my WACE exam. Well, it wouldn't be a WACE exam. It would be a Brisbane equivalent to a WACE exam, but they're over there. I'd be asking my teacher, I'd be like, and now we're doing the same, yeah? Because there's footy on.
Yeah, because the girls got it swapped for the Taylor concert. Why can't I go watch the Brizzy Lions?
Yeah. And I just wonder where that would have to be something that would be mentioned.
Yeah. No, I agree.
You can't where you're drawing the line.
And how many kids are you drawing the line at as well? Like,
I think it depends on how many people are going.
But then you can't do it school by school, because then that's unfair. Because like the Melville kids will get 3 weeks extra than the Corpus kids.
Yeah, but this isn't a waste. This is just random
stand up.
exams.
Yeah, this is just like their mocks.
Nevertheless.
But no, I just think it's interesting. I would be heavily against. Like I understand why you would, but just where do you draw the line? You can't be.
No, let the kids have their fun.
If it was the other way around, if it was for the footy, I'd be like, yeah, fucking let rip. But I just think that there's going to be too much outcry other way around. Don't you think?
I don't know. Well, it's also because her concerts in Sydney is Sunday night and Monday night. So they are school nights, you know. Footy's on the weekend.
All right, the NRL Grand Final gets played on a Sunday every year.
Yeah, but who cares about
You're
that?
picking a lot of people who live in Queensland.
Boring.
Anyway, the question remains. So what would you be doing? Yes or no?
If I was a teacher, yeah, whatever, move the exam.
Yes, no?
It's a yes from me.
Yeah, fuck it. Do it. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I just expect a heat coming from a lot of testosterone film boys
Yeah.
at some point when like fucking our man Akon rocks up in November.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Akon.
Let me just go to my Akon concert, man. Fucking bring back. What's Akon up to these days?
Yeah.
He's actually got some bangers.
What song is the one that I know?
Sorry for the times that I let you down.
Yeah.
No,
That
different
one's
one.
us.
Oh, well, there's not many other ones. Speaking of music, we were covering a few little news articles early today, but a thing that I've really noticed lately is the rather hectic scenes that have occurred on TikTok over the last week.
Lonely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Lonely.
And Gwen Stefani's The Sweet Escape.
Don't know.
You don't know The Sweet Escape?
Nah.
Whoa.
You can hit play. Hit play on it. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, cheers.
Is Akon in this?
Apparently.
That'll do. That's enough.
He's just a producer. I don't know. Anyway.
Maybe it's a sample.
What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So the music scene on TikTok has drastically changed. Obviously, the world was rocked only earlier this week by the fact that there was a few different labels who have pulled the pin on having their music readily available on TikTok, and it is causing quite a fuss at the very moment.
The Universal Music Group.
They're the ones.
UMG have scrapped their music from TikTok.
It's such a bold
which
decision.
I think could be the worst business decision ever made.
It's not great, especially because on TikTok, you can only ever use up to 60 seconds of a song. We've put some videos up in our time. The one that we did for the new year, our little yearly wrap, went for 90 seconds specifically for that time. And then I put the thing up there and I was like, yeah, you get 60 seconds of music. Or you just don't get any music. And I was like, well, that's not quite what I was looking for. So it's an interesting one. The likes of a lot of big artists who are well known at the moment have only, if you think of the last 5 years, have come to fame largely via TikTok. Sam Fender had no following before 17 going under, was huge on TikTok. Noah Khan, basically no one knew who he seemed to be until 6 season went absolutely off its tits late last year. The list goes on.
And that was from the Olivia Rodrigo cover, right? It's the Stick Season thing? Because I hadn't heard it until she covered it.
I've never heard her sing it.
I don't know.
True fans.
I don't know.
But yeah, even Rodrigo got massive from TikTok.
A lot of people use TikTok. Sound specifically. Like, it's a big platform to boost people, and it does beg the question now where video killed the radio star. Who killed the TikTok star?
Yeah, it's such a strange thing to do because it's just free advertising for your songs.
Correct. You're just promoting your music.
But apparently TikTok wasn't paying the artists enough.
But I
to
think
what they used
Oh, you
to.
know who also doesn't do that? Spotify.
Yeah.
What are they going to do? Take their music off Spotify?
I don't know. Surely it's got to come back though.
Trevor would have made not Trevor. Noah would have
Noah.
made so much more money from his live gigs that he's done internationally over the last 6 months than what he's making
Yeah.
on Spotify. He even said he was doing a interview in Australia during his little time, and they were like, "Man, you're getting like 3 million streams a week or a month at the moment.
Mm.
How much does that end up with you?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, I'll definitely get like a couple cents from that."
Yeah, because nowadays the only way musicians make money is merch and touring.
Yeah, and
But-
if you're not on TikTok and you're not able to share your shit,
Mm.
people aren't going to find you on Spotify.
And the thing is, it sucks
And even if they
because
do, you're not going to make any money of it.
if you're on this UMG label, which I think Taylor Swift is, like now, okay, Taylor Swift is pulled off TikTok or whatever. That doesn't really impact her. She's still massive.
Yeah.
But if you're like, oh, sweet, I just got signed to these people, no, buddy, you're not allowed to put your songs on TikTok.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well,
So it's
people
like-
just are going to stop dealing with them.
Yeah, and the thing is that people aren't going to stop using TikTok because there's less songs on there.
No.
People don't give a shit about.
People will just find new songs. And just to
Yeah.
play to that point, we've had a fantastic find over
A
recently.
genuine tune coming
'Cause-
up.
and we'll play this. And we're in playing this, we're not breaching any copyright, I'd like to think. We're helping promote the same way TikTok is. We're helping promote a good man, Kevin MacLeod. Seems to be the most trending noise that I've heard on TikTok over the last, I'd say, 48 hours.
Yeah, it's a banger.
Since the news has come out. I will play a little segment of it, and I want you, Joe. I don't know if you've heard it.
No, I haven't.
I want you to tell me if it's a banger or a ranger.
Okay, bit of brass. Oh, I like
It
that.
reminds me of the Richmond Tigers theme song.
Which part?
The brass bit.
It's an interesting rhythm. I'm liking it.
Well, this seems to be the song. This seems to be the sound of TikTok at the moment.
But also playing into the whole.
Oh,
Oh, McLeod!
Oh. Maybe a remix version. Then.
I am rock hard.
Playing into the whole famous songs that are becoming big on TikTok. Triple J's Hottest 100 winner of this year is a TikTok song.
Run me through it.
Paint the Town Red.
Yeah, it'll
Doja
be
Cat.
interesting because
Yeah,
there'll
Doja
obviously
Cat.
still be music that will do extraordinarily well on TikTok, which is fantastic. But it won't be anyone that is with whatever crew.
UMG.
Yeah.
Music
Which is-
labels. I'm gonna say it.
Chode.
Fuck off.
Alrighty, boys. One of our favourite segments coming up. We haven't actually played this one in a fucking
hot minute.
In a fucking long time. I would love to go through and get some date stamps on when we played a few of those games because there's a few that we've just completely shunned.
I was out the other day and someone was talking about a game that we do on here.
What was it?
It was the movie one, right?
Oh, but we
Where
called
explained
cinemas?
the movie, yeah.
But we called the cinema?
Yeah.
And
I
have
forgot
them-
about it.
Oh, and
Good
then
film hunting.
good film
Good
hunting.
film, yeah.
We call the cinema, and then we have to explain to them the movie we want to see.
Yeah.
One.
I reckon it's been 12 months. I reckon we did that the last time we did that. I reckon it was Valentine's Day because we went and
We did Winnie the Pooh. That was
yeah, and I was like, I'm coming for a date night on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
So it must have been fucking hell,
Last time we
man.
did the impressions game was episode 159, and I did Barack Obama, Jesse Pinkman,
Yep.
and GN. I don't know who GN is. I've got their initials down. Not sure.
GN.
Not sure either. And I can't even like fucking
I don't think anyone with those.
Well,
GN.
BO, JP, GN. I feel like it was a TV show.
Didn't you
code.
do George Ramsay?
Gordon Ramsay? Not sure. You do some weird ones. I don't think we're gonna be able to.
Be prepared for a couple more.
I reckon you could almost today give us the initials of the people who still struggle. This game
Especially
is,
with the GN.
this game is that hard. So it's only been 18 weeks, which
If I gave you one of the initials, you would know it immediately. Oh, a little hint.
it'll be Akon. We haven't. Yeah, as I've said, we haven't played in 18 weeks. So if you have joined us in that period of time, firstly, thank you for joining us. Secondly, you're half as confused as we are. Don't you worry. The game is basically as simple as this. Riley has a song in mind, and he will sing a song using the lyrics of the song and the tune of the song. but he will use a voice of the person that he is trying to do an impression
Yeah.
of. We've had some absolute nightmares over the time. We would love for you to play along at home, but we do realise that you sort of need an expert level of skill. And that's something that neither I or Joe possess. And if we're completely honest, it's probably pretty hard to claim that Riley possesses that level as well. I'm excited for this. This one doesn't have a theme. You've said it's just Hollywood.
They're always just Hollywood.
Celebrity
Oh,
theme.
Barack Obama. That was in your political era.
Can you play us the song? Just a very brief period. It's the before mentioned tune that we're going to be running with on this time. Just a tiny bit. It's just so people just get a little bit of a memory.
And let's hope that's all we have to get through
Yeah.
because my impression's going to be that good.
If
You're
I
gonna hear
could
the
have
first few lyrics.
I'm
Are
excited.
you going to play the theme?
Oh, yeah, true. Every game
been
has
so
a
long.
theme. Here we go, boys. It's our impressions game. I don't know how long does this normally run for? Not sure. Oh, this is a tune as well. It's always good to remember the intro. This is good. This is the impression games. We play it once every 18 weeks. Riley gives us an impression. Let's go. His impressions are meant to be good, no matter what he's got possessed. We say we'll guess him if we could. It makes me wonder if his impressions will be understood, because we haven't heard them yet. But we're hoping that they're good, because they're impressions that we get. There you go. And now it's all coming back to me. It's definitely our most shouty anthem. It's just us screaming for a matter of seconds. Still an absolute ripper of a game. I think we've only ever played it twice. Here we go. So this pits Joe versus me. We got to guess the impressions that Riley's coming up with. Here we go.
Ready? Ho! Something with an ad-lib. Ho!
Santa. You Santa. You Santa.
Tim Allen.
Oh, I did a little bit of practice, but I'm
Oh.
so nervous. Oh, fuck. It's always,
I'm not going to have a drink. I'm fearful I'm going to spit it
Ho!
out.
If I could. Oh, nah, I've lost it.
Come on. Here we go.
Ho! Oh.
Don't do that.
Maybe leave that. All right. We've nutted that bit out. We got that bit. I'll never forget the hoe.
If I... Nah, I actually can't.
Do the next one
I
then.
might have to do another one.
So now we're down to 2.
It's so
So the
hard.
game started, he yelled ho 5 times, and now we're doing the next one.
So when I mentioned earlier that Joe and I aren't experts, yeah, neither's the guy in charge of the game. Here we go.
If I could escape, I would, but first of all, let me say, I must apologize for acting stank and treating you this way.
No, this is...
Oh, can I go?
Yeah, you
Buzz
can.
in? Mr. Krabs?
No.
But he is, you know,
I
we've
said
guessed
Hollywood.
him every time we play.
Well, I was going to say Pete Davidson.
Yeah,
but-
so was I. We seem to guess the same handful of people. I was going to say the Dal who in Monsters Inc. And I know we've said
We've
her
already
as well.
done her.
The Dal from Monsters Inc. who's in charge of the admin, the big fat slug lady.
That... Oh, wait. Whoa.
Whoa.
You can
She's just a regular.
Let me listen.
You can't listen to the people you're about to do impressions
He just
of.
holds that up to them.
I'm ready.
Okay,
There you
good.
go.
This is
No, that's pretty good. The laugh's not bad.
I must apologize for acting stank and treating you this way.
You're not going to get it.
all right. We've both admitted we won't get that.
Do you want me to give you the initial?
No.
Yeah.
We want a hint. We want a hint.
Yeah, hand.
Movie star.
Of course, isn't that the whole fucking concept?
Comedian started out in a hit TV show that got cancelled.
Oh.
Fat Albert.
Seth Rogen.
Bang, Joey on the board.
Okay, now give it to us. Give it to us.
If I could escape,
Like it's
And you just listen to him talking, right?
Yeah.
yeah, not great. Well,
I
Joe
never
gets
claimed that I could do these.
Joe.
guys.
Joe
You
gets,
just asked me to do the game. And then I
Joe
had to
gets the
research.
points.
Oh.
I'm very excited.
Come back.
I feel like
Oh!
it's just become a
If
guessing
I could
game
escape.
Based on
for
the.
the facts,
Oh,
not the impressions.
Oh! Oh! If
Stop!
I could escape,
Stop yelling.
I would, but first of all, let me I must apologize for I had to stank it. Oh!
I want to say it's George, Bill Clinton, George W. Bush.
No.
I think he used another guess we've had over the journey.
Alright, rapper. Ho!
What?
He's a rapper.
Wait, do the line
And he
again.
loves to say, ho!
Do the line again.
If I could. Oh my god. If I could. No, I can't get out. It's just so much harder than it looks.
Looks
But
pretty.
but not harder than it sounds.
No.
Do one without it singing. Just say a line.
If I could escape.
Good.
Oh.
Why do you just keep reverting
Alright.
to saying
Rapper.
And the Hobbit is never in character.
Gigantic rapper. Like,
Jay Sean?
almost. This is one of the ones where if I said the initials, you're
Jay-Z,
saying the
yeah.
name. There we go. Ho!
When's he ever say ho?
He
No,
always
that's
did.
from Akon.
No, it's
Oh,
not.
yeah, sorry, yeah.
You don't even know. When's he ever saying?
He always is.
Yeah.
Give us a bit now after the fact.
'Cause if-
You can say anything you want.
Oh! If I. No, I can't do it.
Yeah, we know
Why
this.
is it-
Oh my
Jack-
god, this is so much harder than it looks.
Last one. Here we go. Joe's
And this
one.
is back to the first one, right?
No, that was the
That
first
was
one.
the first
Oh, okay, okay. I didn't notice.
Just give you one out. Ho.
one. I did the-
No, but that's because it's in the song.
At what point do we have to put like a watermark on this and say like,
Explicit.
yeah, to say we've just used the word ho about 40 times more than usual.
Yeah,
He's
we
listening.
We never really say it. I don't think we've ever said it on the podcast.
No, I've never.
If I could escape.
Here we go.
Oh!
First of all, let me say, I
Oh,
must apologize for acting stagnant. Treat this what?
this sounds.
This is good.
This sounds good.
It sounds like a person.
Because I've been acting like some floor. Oh, the floor.
Okay, it's not Jerry Seinfeld. It's a. I'm gonna say it's a dark comedian of sorts.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you're allowed to say that. We're playing the impressions game.
And you might indeed be right, Jake. Oh, no, this one.
Turk from Scrubs?
No, keep going though. Keep going. I reckon it's gonna be like a Chris Rock.
I lost it. I had it, and then I lost it.
Oh, it was so brief as well. Blink and
Yeah,
you miss it.
It's real lightning in a bottle stuff. Kevin Hart.
If you're bang, Jake!
Yeah.
All right, give it to us now.
I'm just going 3 from 3.
If I
I give you the
if I could
word.
escape, I would, but first of all, let me say, I must apologize. For acting drinking this one.
So at first I was going to go with someone like a country, like a western kind of guy.
If the game was flipped and we had to say do Kevin Hart and he did that, I don't think we'd give him pass marks. The same
Well,
for.
I guessed it.
Imagine if we said who was the second person? I can't. Even.
Jay-Z.
Imagine if we said do Jay Z and for 5 minutes he just went
Ah.
oh.
Yeah. One of
That's
us
it.
should do it next time.
Yeah, I'm happy for that.
I did try one. This wasn't great, but it wasn't as shambolic as that. I don't remember. There you go. Well, might be an early retirement of that segment. If you are listening, you may have just heard the very last iteration
Let us know if you got any.
of the impressions game. All right, if you're still with us, firstly, fucking thanks for your patience. Tough segment.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, all right. Next up, we're throwing back to Riley. Riley's recovered. We've got a little bit of, at least is another one of our favourite segments here on the podcast. Been a hot minute since we've done this. You're nearly 21.
Bloody hell.
You've almost reviewed the entire world.
Bloody hell.
Now we're just waiting for new venues to pop up. It's time for Riley's Rave Review. Junior
Boys.
boy, take it away.
Boys. I think I've got a brand new. I actually won't spoil it yet. There's a brand new
Ooh.
venue in town. Spring
There is.
on Queen, to be precise. And lads, we went to go try it out twice last week.
We did.
Yes, we did.
Oh!
How much did you guys like it?
Loved it, man.
Loved it.
Fantastic
Fantastic.
venue.
I went another time. I went 3 times.
Oh,
I was there on the Saturday as well.
He's a fiend.
You went 3 times in 8 days.
He's a fiend.
Yeah, I did.
That's more than most employees were there, I reckon.
No, 3 times in 7 because we went Thursday, Saturday, Wednesday.
Fiend.
That's 3 and 6.
Yeah.
You spent 50% of last week at Spring.
Yeah, I was living it up.
You get sprung?
I got sprung at Spring.
So Spring, it's a venue that's a bit of a hybrid, boys.
Ooh.
Yes, it is.
It's a bit of a sit down, enjoy a bit of a feed.
Yep.
And then go upstairs and enjoy the nightlife. And boy, oh
Fantastic.
boy, didn't we do both.
Yeah, well, we were fortunate enough to spend our first night there doing more of the nightlife side of
Yep.
things. There's a bit more of a party atmosphere.
Yes.
A lot of drinks being shared. A lot of nibblies being passed around.
Nibblies were good. And
Pasta,
obviously,
pasta excellent.
pasta was great.
Those little potato...
Potato rosties, fantastic.
Fucking Jesus, man. You could bury me in a food. Potato rosties.
Yeah. And what else?
Oh, eat me
you
way
guys
out.
had the
Chorizo.
the chorizo, and there was a
No, this is
Some
all.
bun?
This is all the first night. Oh,
Oh.
the roast gravy rolls. They were good.
What do we usually rank it on? Toilet music, Atmos, and
people.
The peeps.
of course.
So we spent our first night there largely enjoying the party atmosphere that was upstairs.
Yeah, we're upstairs.
There was DJs, there was drinks, and there was a little bit of like canapé type setup being passed around. Beautiful. Got to mingle with a good bunch of crew as well, which will definitely play into the people side of things. We were then invited a couple of days later to come and try more of the fine dining side of things, which is downstairs on the bottom floor. And we were treated to basically a selection of whatever bloody foods we were able to get our mitts on.
That's it, Jake.
And it was divine.
And I think that can all contribute to the Atmos. How good is the Atmos in there, boys? We've got the house music as you're enjoying your feed, but also I love how lowly lit it is. A candlelit dinner.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very. The ambiance is on point. I love the green. The color palette is fantastic. You got the greens. You also got that lovely like orange on some of the tables, and of course the tree. There's a tree in the middle of the bar.
There is a big well-lit tree.
And they got the big spring neon lights, boys. For Atmos, I'm going to have to lock in 5 out of 5.
We like that. That's fair
Fantastic.
enough.
A lot of neon, yeah.
I must say the neon lights, because it's such a darkly lit space, the neon lights just bring it to life. Basically, the moment you get in there, you can go in like the afternoon in the day,
Yeah.
and it's lovely. And then the sun sets, and you're like, oh, we've taken it up. We've taken it up a
the
notch.
neon is switched on, baby.
We like it a lot.
Joe, you were there for one of the nights where it was like essentially a nightclub. How was the music, mate?
I was there on Saturday night. It was nightclub. Yeah, the music was going off.
What type of tunes were we hearing?
Upstairs, it was more like
More than TikTok recently?
more than TikTok. Yeah, there was a lot of. What was that one we played before? The Kevin McLeod.
Yeah,
That got a run.
Did actually?
No.
Oh, Jesus.
So upstairs, it was more like your classic party bangers.
Good
Stuff
stuff.
like that. A bit of Doja Cat, a bit of
Oh.
other people.
Nice.
Bloody hell.
Downstairs, so we originally got drinks downstairs. And that was where there was the DJ sort of in the corner. The music is not overpowering.
Of downstairs.
Yeah.
Right.
Music's not like overpowering. You can still chat and it's not an issue. But yeah, that's a bit more like house, but not like intense, just like kind of background house.
Yeah.
Bit of Fred again, bit of
Lo-fi.
yeah. That
And then there's a DJ upstairs as well.
Yep, two
There you go.
DJs.
I didn't know that. That's
If you're
pretty
getting 2 DJs in a venue, I'm going to have to be giving you 5 out of 5.
cool. We like it.
Fantastic.
Good tunes as well.
Not too shabby, but boys, I think I've reached my favourite destination, the toilets at Spring. I walked into the downstairs toilets for the first time in my life, and I was greeted by my favourite way to pee, a trough.
Right, a trough.
They've got a trough,
No
Joey.
questions about where to stand with the trough.
No. It's not all the way the floor trough, is it?
No, it's a
Yeah,
knee
it's
like
high
a-
trough.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're not gonna get.
Like you're gonna eat
if
your
you're gonna get
food
some
out of
splashback, you're
Yeah.
missing that trough.
Well, I actually I was a little bit confused. I stood in the trough and took a shit.
No, but also the trough has a ledge on top of it with like the stainless steel.
Oh.
Yeah.
And it was
For
the,
beverage.
it was the perfect place to put your beverage, but not have the beverage touching the wall.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that is mathematically
Fantastic.
calculated.
Women would find that
Disgusting.
fucking disgusting on reflection. Like
But
if you imagine a lady putting like a drink on a big trough that everyone's pissing in.
Bloody hell. Get me in
Like
that
when you
trough.
say it, it does sound quite gross, but the functionality of it,
Oh.
bloody beautiful.
That's it. And you can hold your mate's wang as well. It's good times. I love it.
Yep, of course.
They've got one,
Moving on.
one stall, but that's all you need. And then they got the upstairs.
Upstairs.
Toilets. Boys, talk me through the upstairs toilets.
It's like a spacecraft. There's like, and I mean
It's like
this
a whole
in,
venue in of itself.
yeah.
Yeah, it
I
is.
thought I was going into a third story.
Well, we were
so-
upstairs one night, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go to the toilet, and I opened up the door, and I was met by just a man standing in there, and I went, oh, where are we? And he goes, oh, just waiting for the toilet. And we're in like this little private room. It almost felt like it needed a couch and TV. If there were footy was on, there was a couch in there.
Oh,
Put a lad zone.
Perfect waiting area.
it's that big.
And then the other bloke come out of the toilet, and I quickly worked out it's just like an extended disability section,
Yeah.
and you can basically do whatever you want. You can have the bath in there if you want. It's not really
Encouraged.
Yeah.
but you can do
And
it.
it's great to
I
see.
know, why not?
Yeah, it's such an accessible bathroom.
It is. You're upstairs. I wonder if
At clubs, do you usually see a disabled toilet?
Why is that up?
There must be, right?
Oh, they've got a lift as well.
yeah, they do have a lift. They are very accessible. The
It's
whole
very accessible.
I
now
don't
that
know.
think about it. It's a very accessible.
I don't
place.
know if I've ever been to like a nightclub.
With a disabled toilet.
Yeah, there must be, right?
Like I'm not sure. I'm not actively looking for it.
Joey.
Moving on.
Also, they've got like the balcony-esque bit upstairs where there's no roof.
Yeah, very sick.
You get to see
You're
the-
outside, you're inside. Who knows?
The stars, boys. 5 out of 5. Also, in the
Beautiful
toilet,
stuff.
they've got this nice mural that says, "Don't text your ex."
Yeah.
Just like a little bit of a lol gag as you're walking out of the
Oh
toilet.
yeah.
That's what you want.
Good little reminder on a night out. Anyway, people. Obviously, boys.
You give it a 0 because we were there.
No, but we're fortunate enough to know a few of the boys doing a bit of work for spring.
Yeah.
Bit of work, yeah.
It would be it would be a remiss of us not to give these boys a 5 out of 5.
And the atmosphere was good. Like, I just think it's going to be tough for there to be a huge amount of fights that are breaking out because it's quite a nice establishment.
Yeah,
It's like a restaurant. I haven't been to many restaurants where someone's been punted from the venue for
Just-
having too much chips.
You
Just
could walk in,
stalactites.
that's it. You could walk in there with a button-down shirt and you'd fit right in.
Yeah, I saw on Friday night last week my
Oh,
my business colleagues, my ex-business partners were there
there you
Alright.
go.
living it up.
Elon.
And they're,
City Slickers.
city slicking dweebs and they were there having a good time. So, it's for everyone really.
There you go. We love it. So,
Oh my god! Now that I look at the
Wait a
piece
minute.
of paper in front of me, that's 5 out of 5 out across the board. That means it's drawn as Metros for Air Boys. That's a 10 out of 10.
there you go. We love to see it. So, Spring on Queen. It might be the new place to
Spring
go.
on Queen Street
Yes.
in North.
In the city,
City.
not Northridge. It's
In the north
it's
of the
none.
city.
And it's quite close to Matter. We had a listener of the show who told me he was going there on the weekend. And then he planned to venture down to Matter. It's only, 200, 300 metres away.
Bloody
And
hell.
kick on
Oh,
for the rest of the night. So we really love to hear it.
couldn't do it any better.
Alrighty, boys, it's time for our favourite weekly segment here on the podcast. It's time for our Everyday Hero now. Joey boy, time for you to take it away.
Yes, it's time for me to take it away. Now, this is something that happened a couple of weeks ago now that I've told mum and dad about, but you guys are not privy to this information yet because obviously I was doing O'Reilly and I was saving it for the pod.
Oh,
Nice.
And I was like, this is it. I've got a big hero. I can add it to the tally, obviously, which is still going on strong. But then I was bumped. First, I was bumped by the Will Taylor episode.
That's fair enough.
And then last week, I was bumped for the Noah Khan security guard.
Oh,
jacket
so I've
hero.
had a couple. Am I in the front?
No, I was in the front. We're tied.
Wow.
Happy to be
So
here.
if I do one next week, you're going to be the least heroic
Yeah.
bringer of the
Yeah,
season.
but you're,
So-
you're bumping people.
Interesting. It's interesting how it all works out.
It is interesting. Well, it's kept us. We're pretty even. We're even.
We are.
Even
You
Steven.
say it's kept us all even, but it's kept you
It's
honest.
kept me
Yeah, that's what
trying
it
hard
has
to get
done.
heroes. And this one, I pre-sold it last week. I was like, look, this security guy not even giving away his jacket, trying to give away his jacket. What a lovely thing to do, but some heroes go the extra mile.
whoa.
Give
Took
away
him
their
his pants
pants.
as well.
Yeah.
They do the pants. They do
You
it.
ever heard of a jock strap? Okay, so this hero,
Oh.
it's quite the tale.
Yeah, you keep building it up.
So have you guys driven on North Lake Road?
Yeah.
Yeah, not like today, but yeah.
You know where this is where the hero takes place. That's right. It's a car-related hero, kind of.
Ooh. Oh.
On North Lake Road, turning right, head onto South Street. You're at the Cardi shops.
Yeah, okay.
Jeez.
Cut in your shopping centre.
Yeah, good place to be, right?
Yeah.
You're sitting there. You're in the turning lane. You're almost home. Once you hit South Street, you're basically home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sitting there, had a big day, I was with Kira. Me and Kira. We were
Yeah.
riding. Had a big day. We're ready to head home,
Yeah.
make some dinner, and just chillax.
Nice.
But
Can't go wrong.
there's something odd happening at this intersection. There's a car stopped. You know, you go to turn, right?
Yeah.
That's
This is
how it
sounding
works.
reminiscent of mine from about a week, 2 weeks ago.
There was a car stopped in the middle of the intersection. They were
Ooh.
they were going to turn, but they had stopped
Right in the middle.
right in the middle, right?
yeah.
Clown.
And quite odd. So there's one car in front of me, and then there's this car
You're turning left.
turning right to go to Canningvale.
Okay. Yep.
And then I'm like, what the hell is this car doing? It's just stopped in the middle of the road. What the hell's going on? I think I don't know if they had their hazards on at this point, but anyway, we then realized that there is someone not in the car
Oh.
in the intersection as well.
Hang
There's
on. So it's just a car floating in the intersection with no one in it.
No, there are people in it, but there's also a non-car person.
There's a Roma. There's a
There's a
pedestrian
Roma.
Where?
on the road.
In the
Keep
intersection.
up.
Oh.
And it was a young boy,
Nice.
Age him.
12,
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
but seemed a lot younger.
Oh.
How can you do that?
Mental age. He's a struggler in school, is he? He's been in
He's
year
in-
4. Who's in year 2?
Doing a bit of-
Poor guy.
Play on.
And then basically this kid is running around, and then he runs back to the island sort of thing.
Nice.
And then this car just takes off and goes. It ends up not turning right, but goes the other way. And they've left.
Straight.
Yeah. And then this kid legs it after the car.
Right.
And then this car starts to drive off with the hazards on, right?
Are there no cars going through the intersection, or is everyone just pulled?
Everyone's stopped now.
Everyone's like, what the fuck
Because
is
there
going
was like,
on?
what the hell is going on, right?
I've lost a little bit of understanding as to what's happening.
It's not.
So there's a car.
In the intersection,
Yeah.
there's a kid not
Fine.
in the car near there.
Yeah. And where's he from? We don't know
Running
yet.
around- we don't know yet.
Okay, mystery
He's
kid.
running around.
Okay.
And then the
And-
car goes off the intersection, and then the kid runs to
Chases
that.
after.
And my understanding of it at first was, oh, this kid has for some reason jumped out of this car.
He should be in that car.
And then the car goes that way. He follows, and luckily everyone sort of knew something was going on. No one was driving yet.
Nice.
So this kid follows that car, and I thought, oh, he'll
Catch up.
get in the car, and that'll be the end of it.
Damn,
But
this kid's
then,
fast.
this car stopped with its hazards on. The kid gets up to it, and then the car starts to drive off,
Oh.
and the kid is just following it. And then I'm like, wait, what the hell? What is going on?
Okay.
So at this point, we were thinking like, what the hell is going on? And this happened like right in front of us because we were in the turning lane. So we started thinking like, what the hell is going on? Maybe this kid jumped out of the car
Yeah.
for a reason.
Yeah.
Maybe there was something nefarious going on.
Oh.
Big words.
So we decide we're not going to let this kid
No way.
something happen and us not, So what happens is,
This is taking
Is he under
it.
the table?
This
Is
is-
he under the table?
so
This is taking it
Not enough
to.
Kira gets on the phone to the like non-emergency police line.
Yeah.
And we drive around to the 7-Eleven to just say like there's a kid there was with a car who's running
And can you
around.
still see what's going on?
No, because we've driven around to the 7-Eleven.
He's
right?
getting a servo pie.
When we get there,
He's tugging into a 4 and 20.
we get to the 7-Eleven and the kid is there. And the kid,
Oh my
Ah.
god, the kid.
He's back.
yeah, the kid, he's got no shoes on. He's wearing a big shirt that's inside out,
Okay.
and he doesn't appear to be able to speak any English.
Oh, okay.
He's like,
You're allowed to say nationality. Permission to say.
I don't know what.
nationality.
No, it was more he was like non-verbal,
Oh,
like could be autistic or something like that,
Okay.
and can't speak.
white autistic kid.
I don't know what ethnicity is. It was hard to judge.
You don't
No,
know
he
what
seems-
ethnicity is.
No.
So an ethnicity is it's really
How can
ethnic.
you not work
No,
that
he
out?
seemed mixed.
I don't know if you
Cool.
can say that.
He was light skinned.
Yeah,
Mixed between what though?
white and something else. I couldn't say what.
All right.
I know he was like, I don't know what ethnicity is.
It's a safe call. Let's lock it in.
Imagine we're the police and you need a report on this child. We need to know
Well, we told him. We said we don't know.
he's bae.
And then yeah, he was kind
It's a mixture.
It's
yeah.
It's
I
tough.
don't know all the races. I don't know what they look like.
Just the worst help. Joe just gets in there. Joe's the key victim. Joe's watched a murder take place. He's the key victim. What race was he?
I don't want to assume.
Yeah. No, I don't see colour. You're like, yeah, but just like on this occasion, you can. No. Was he a boy or girl? I don't know, man. He might have had many a gender. Was he tall or was he vertically challenged? I don't know. I don't like to assume.
So at this point, we're parked at the 7-Eleven.
Yeah, with his fucking mystery blur of a child.
Yeah,
Maybe that's why the car drove off.
With this child, and we're talking to the police because now that car that was with them.
Yeah. What colour was the car?
Black or dark brown. Could have been a mixture.
So you can see.
That car was nowhere to be seen, and now this kid who can't speak was running around with bare feet.
Yeah.
In the middle of the road.
Okay, this
He's
is
there by
daytime.
himself.
What's he doing?
No,
at
this
the
is
servo?
nighttime.
Nah. So
What's
the
he
car
doing?
might have been there. We might not have been able to see it. It was too dark to see
What's
it.
he doing at the servo? Come to get a 2 for 5.
Not a
red
lot, to be
vodka.
honest. I think he went there probably because it's quite bright and there were other people around.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
So now we're
And he's peckish.
we're talking to the police people.
Get Gatorade from his run.
servo.
We're talking.
Is this a cashy?
It was a Tuesday, so cheap fuel, you know.
King.
But this, anyway, so Kira's on the phone to him, and then
Are you talking to the kid or is he lurking?
trying to talk to him, but he doesn't talk.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and then anyway, so the police like, okay, we'll send some people. Can you like make sure he doesn't run on the road again, kind of thing.
Okay.
So we've got him in the
Pinned.
7-Eleven. Yeah, pinned down. Now we've got him in the 7-Eleven, and we're just trying to keep him occupied
Yeah.
by like,
Uh-uh.
like, do you want some chips? Do you want
Oh,
this? Like, you know, and he was saying stuff like, he's like, oh yeah, chips.
Oh.
Or like that. So he knew a couple of words.
Okay.
And then
The big one. The big ticket items.
and then eventually, he tried. He was walking around and like looking around a couple of times. But we were like, oh, just it's safe inside. The 7-Eleven lady, we were like, look, this kid, we don't know what his deal is. The police are coming, so we're just gonna be loitering around here.
Nice.
And she was super chill. She was like, yeah, cool, whatever. I hope he's all right. And then anyway, so we're just trying to keep him entertained, distracted, and Kira's talking to him like, oh, what do you want? What are you doing? This kind of thing. And then ended up, he walked over to like the Slurpee machine, and he was a big fan of that. He got himself a
King.
big old Slurpee, and he was absolutely loving it when
Did he pay for it?
no free of charge.
How?
The 7-Eleven he was like,
Is
got
it
stressed,
$1?
yeah. And then, so the police ended up coming. We kept him there for about 15 minutes. At one point, he did try and get on the road, but we brought him back with the Slurpee.
How?
Huh?
Like a dog.
Yeah, we were like, come on, like, not the road. Come and grab the Slurpee. And he was like,
Yeah,
yeah,
boy.
I will grab the Slurpee.
Oh, that's funny.
And then the police...
I can't wait for the reveal just to make this entire segment deletable.
And then the police ended up getting there. They pulled over, and then they obviously asked us like, what the hell's going on. And then we talked to them, and then they were like, oh, we're not really sure what to do because
He's mixed.
We can't tell what his name
there's like this kid, and they're like, oh, we take him to the station. I was like, oh,
That's the
all this
thing. Yeah, that's
paperwork
fair.
and all this stuff. And then at one point, really weird, this guy comes over. So it's me, Kira, the kid,
Yeah.
and 2 police officers, right?
Nice.
How long have you been there at this point?
Oh, half an hour.
Okay.
And this guy comes over and he's like, is everything all right? And it's like,
Not,
Yeah.
yeah.
and then he's like, oh, like, what are you going to do with the kid? And then,
Like he's a pair of shoes at a garage. So
And then he
what
was
happens
like-
if you don't sell these? So these
yeah,
gone
he
on
was
the,
like,
he's gone on the verge in half an hour.
he was like, because if you don't have anywhere for him to go, I can take him.
What the
that
fuck?
sounds real hectic.
Yeah. And then everyone was just kind of, I was like, what the
The
fuck?
cops
is
were
going on?
like,
And then Kira
What?
was like, that's like a really weird thing to say.
did she say that?
Yeah, to the guy. And then the cops were like, yeah, we're all right, buddy. Like, you can leave kind of thing.
Yeah.
And
before
then
you
he
catch a
walked off, and the
case.
2
Oh,
cops
that
were-
was it. That was the entirety of his.
yeah, because I would be like, we need a background check on this guy.
Yeah, what the fuck?
And the 2 cops were just like,
the kids.
I never had that one before.
What the fuck?
And then eventually, so we're trying to keep this kid occupied and not stress him out. And the cops are trying to like we've got this kid here. This is his description. Or
And what did
whatever."
they say when they were
can't remember.
describing? Oh,
I need to
classic.
see. Definitely
I
questionable.
would love to have heard his
I should
description.
do a blood test.
And then
Fuck.
they,
Oh, he's
they-
part Irish. Look at him.
sent off for ancestry.com. And then they eventually they were like talking like, is there been any reports of missing child and this kind of thing?
Yeah.
And then they eventually they take a photo of him and I guess they put on this like internal police thing
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they get a hit.
Oh.
They get
The
a
guy from before.
no. They've found his family and the family's coming to get him.
And it's the same car that's going to rock up that picked him at the...
No. They don't have a car. She was gonna walk from.
Whose car was he in?
No, he wasn't in a car.
Oh.
He had walked from
So he was just chasing
like
that
a
car.
suburb around Freo all the way to. I don't know how he did it, but it's quite a long walk.
Yeah.
And then his mum was gonna walk and come get him, and they were like, "That'll be like an hour." Or
Oh,
It's
wow.
quite a while. We'll drive and get you. We'll pick up the mum on the way because they were talking to the grandma.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gotten hectic.
So then
How many
eventually.
people we got?
So then they're like, okay, we got to put the kid in the back of the cop car so we can take him to his family and stuff.
Pretty hectic Tuesday night.
And then I did that and they left and they took him back to his family. They were speaking to his grandma, who's very, very glad that he was okay.
Were you there for that?
No, I didn't see the family
Okay.
stuff, but they were talking to her on the phone or whatever.
Yeah. And what language of speech did you say?
English,
Yeah,
yeah,
good.
bit of accent. Unsure what it was. And then so it ended up being, I guess, a happy ending for something that could have been very, very scary.
Mm.
This kid running around, and throughout the whole thing, Kira was looking after this kid, making sure he wasn't stressed out. Was like, even when he was going in the car, it's like,
Yeah.
talking to him, amping him up. Even at one point, when because the kid was just kind of wandering around,
Sounds
One-
like that's the entire
wanted to
story.
go back for a more Slurpee and stuff like this, and then even one of the cops, me and the cops were walking as well, and he was like, "Oh, does she like work with kids?" And I was like, "No." He's like, "Oh, she's doing like a really good job, like keeping this
that's good,
kid."
yeah.
So that's why.
What were you doing?
Huh?
What
Me?
were you doing? He's
just
like, yeah,
chatting
not you though. It's mainly her. You're being a bit weird.
I was more on like back zone D, protecting from the road.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, which
You're on
did
Slurpee
coming
duty.
in. Yeah, I was on slurp duty. Yeah, anyway, and that's why the everyday hero this week goes to Kira for going out of her way
There
to
we
look after
go.
this kid,
We like it.
and
Plane
for
has landed.
making him
It's been up there a while.
making him feel good in quite a scary situation.
We love it.
Yeah, what a
There you
legend.
go. Fantastic. We love to hear it. I'm just so perplexed. What was the first car about? That first detail. We don't know.
I think that first car.
He was
so
just
originally
playing chicken with the car.
originally I thought that car might be like abducting him or like.
Done a pretty bad job if they're going to
Something
leave him
like
at a
that.
set of lights. It's sort of the first key.
But then I changed my mind and think that they were just a car that was driving and then there was a kid in the road and they freaked out.
Yeah.
And then they pulled over afterwards and then the kid was running to him and they're probably just like,
Just go.
fuck this.
That's fair enough. Well, there you go. That's one of the most hectic tales we've heard on the pod. But we love it nonetheless. Looking after the youths.
That's it.
Yeah.
We absolutely love it. Well done, Joey. Well done, Kira. That's why Kira is this week's 177. Everyday hero. Oh. All right, boys. That brings us to the end of an episode of the MacPack podcast. Big week ahead. Super Bowl this time next week at time of recording.
Super Bowl.
would have happened.
The
So we'll do
Super
a bit of a Super Bowl.
The Chiefs and the 49ers.
Yeah.
Who are our picks?
Joe's been calling them the 69ers all year long.
Yeah. Well, that's what it was.
And Taylor Swift will highly likely be there. I think she's head coach of the Chiefs.
Yeah, that's
Basically, she's on the coverage a lot more than I reckon any of the Chiefs players. Can't wait for her to win.
Maybe something like 'cause she's been practicing 69ers with Travis Kelce.
Jesus.
And he'll be ready for the big game.
Yeah, maybe.
That could be maybe the thing.
We'll see if there's a market for that.
Shake that off.
Shit the bed. So yeah, very exciting. We'll obviously be discussing that next week. Who are you tipping? Who are you going with?
You got to go with the Chiefs. Travis they won it last year.
Unconfirmed.
I think they
don't
did, and then
so.
he hosted SNL next week, the weekend after.
Maybe they have won multiple times. Riley,
I'm keen for the 69ers.
the 49ers. Nice. I think it'll be the Chiefs. I've heard some interesting predictions from years and years ago. Apparently, that had not only the Chiefs winning, but Taylor Swift making a mention about. I think she endorsed Biden. I think that's what everyone like dreamt up. There's this.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of. I've been hearing a lot of controversy. The MAGA Trump people, they hate Taylor Swift now,
Right.
even though she's a white blonde country
now,
singer.
now we're doing race. It's weird when we decide to and when we decide
Yeah,
not
she's
to.
a country singer and she's dating like this guy Travis Kelce, the most like he's a footy player, he's a massive dude,
He's a big country.
just a regular dude.
country
Which
cat
is,
as well.
you think, Trump's into that kind of stuff, but apparently not. They're up in arms.
There you go. Well, yeah, it's all to play for, and obviously Valentine's Day is happening during the week. Is it?
on
I can't
Wednesday.
remember. I can't remember. Is it happening?
Yeah, on Wednesday. It's still on this year.
That's next week though.
After my graduation.
Yeah, it's next week. We can chat about next week. We want it to happen next week.
Oh yeah, but it will. It's confusing these episodes together. Yeah. By the time we record next week, it won't have happened.
Yeah.
But it is next week.
So we'll
For
discuss
the
it.
listeners now.
We won't discuss it now. We'll discuss it then. There you go, boys. Shall we do this time next week?
Yeah, it's just before Valentine's Day.
Stay safe. Stay blessed. The noise room too.
Go give your mum a hug.
It's ciao for now. But not forever.